I think a big thing I see a lot of people struggle with is romanticizing things. Like, you know, if these two families are going on this trip and you went ring shopping, of course we're gonna naturally think, oh, this is the big trip, this is where it comes, and that kind of trickles over into being in a relationship that you should have left. A lot of girls I've noticed, they think they're in love with their boyfriend, so it breaks their heart when he leaves, and I kind of have to tell him, like, girl, I've been there. You weren't in love with him. You were in love with the idea of him that you had in your head. Sure. That's not who he really is. That's what you thought you could bring him up to your standards to be, and there's where that heartbreak, like, it starts all over again.
Well, and this keeps coming up, but that goes back to emotional chastity too, which is you have to, we have to practice emotional chastity. It's so hard. I find, especially in like the Catholic world, people who actually care and are trying and whatever, it's a lot easier to, and I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's easier to deal with the physical chastity as opposed to the emotional chastity, especially if you're in good groups of people who are like, hey, no, we're going to do this. Hey, man, I know that's hard, but you're going to hold the line from a physical chastity standpoint. But then the guy, well, usually the girl is the one who struggles with it more, starts all of the sort of fantasizing about this life and this marriage and this man and all this. And all of a sudden we're behaving in a way, right, that is inappropriate given our station in life and our relationship.
Yeah. So I feel like everything's tied together. So where you're going to see that the most from is from people who grew up in a home that wasn't like that perfect picket fence. So you have this drive to like, oh, this relationship that I'm in now, it has to be perfect because I have to prove to everybody that I'm not what I came from. Sure. And then if somehow y'all make it through that and you have children and you continue a bad relationship in front of them, that can trickle down into those children. Because normally people do one of two things. They either become what they saw or they're nothing like what they saw. And it's kind of uncontrollable. So it's a constant cycle.
Whoa, hey, Producer Ben here. If you enjoyed what you saw just now, then go check out the full episode because this is only a snippet. We've got a whole hour talking about stuff just like this. And if you really enjoyed, please drop us a like, subscribe so you never miss an Honest to God episode.